attention, please. Did I get your attention?
You don't know who's talking because you can't see over the podium.
Well, we'll be serving ice cream here for dessert in a few moments. So if you don't want yours, go ahead and pass it to Ray Breakbill. It'll be a little harder for him to take that home tonight. I would call this housekeeping, but it's not really even that. How many of you got one of these on your table from Roy? I got to tell you, Roy, when I looked at this, I thought it was a for sale by owner card, because you were advertising the theater room, the wet bar, the lobby lounge, the 10-foot high definition screen, which I assumed you may have bought from the University of Memphis when they got rid of the other one.
Oh, that's bad, isn't it?
The other thing I noticed, food galore. Wasn't she a Bond girl? And finally, I guess the thing that surprised me the most, the booze and fellowship, and I had no idea you were Episcopalian. Well, it's great to see everybody tonight. Thanks for coming out to celebrate Ole Miss and the kickoff of Coach Friesen's tenure as the head coach. It's always great to celebrate Rebel Bear Night, or Ursus. Go Bears! Ursus Americanus Rebelus. I'm curious. Now that the mascot is the Rebel Bear, do you guys still do the Hotty Toddy, or has it been changed to Hotty Teddy? And more important, is there anybody here who wants to kick off a Hotty Toddy? Good Lord, what's the group?
Hotty Toddy, got your Hotty, who the hell are we? Hey, Clem,
That was great. We brought you guys out of hibernation. First of all, before we begin, I want to thank two of our sponsors who are here tonight, who helped us bring Coach Fries to the Touchdown Club. Please, first of all, let's recognize Barry Bouchelon. Barry, will you stand up so everybody can thank you? And Paul Gould from Gould Salons. Paul? I should tell you, my hair was done by Gould's today.
We must do brain surgery too.
They kept it. They'll send it back.
All right, when you guys finish, I'll get started again. Just a few updates. This is a tough week because we got through all of what happened last week, and football season doesn't really start till next Thursday or this Thursday. So just a couple of things. One, University of Memphis announced this week that it was moving its highly profitable discount ticket marketing plan from Kroger to AutoZone. Now you can get your $5 Memphis Enzyme seats at the same place you get your wiper blades. It's just a matter of personal preference. I'd go the full price route and pay the $10 for the seats between the 40s. But I understand there was some University of Memphis marketing research that showed their ticket buyers were more likely than not to do their own lube jobs and oil changes, and generally preferred fast food to grocery store cuisine. So I kind of began wondering about the whole tie-in between athletics and business and how it might be expanded around the SEC. For example, could Ole Miss develop a strategic ticket marketing strategy with Buster's Wine and Liquors? I could sort of imagine, a promotion of buy 4 quarters of football at full price and get a 5th free. Did anybody see the new video board that was lit up Friday night at Liberty Ball? Anybody seen that? It is huge. It's the 9th largest video board in any college stadium, large enough to accommodate split-screen viewing. In fact, it's going to let the university, when the games are kind of dull, show the game on half and reruns of 2.5 Men on the other half. But I have to hand it to the university. They really did it right. They actually removed the old screen before they installed the new one. In the past, some of the more rural SEC schools have just put that new screen right on top of the old one. Obviously, none of you guys grew up in the country. Suspended Tennessee wide receiver DeRick Rogers has now transferred from Tennessee to Tennessee Tech. Also had offers from Harvard and Princeton. So DeRick has left the Vols. Anybody pick up yesterday's New York Sunday Times? Yeah, they had their annual football issue yesterday. Usually the Times covers the more prominent leagues like the Ivy League and the Big East, lacrosse, hockey, soccer, but yesterday it was dedicated to college football. I learned just a few things. First of all, I had never heard this expression. Does anybody know what a dump is? Alabama football fan, yeah, after Forrest Gump. Which if you think about it is a real put down for Forrest Gump. And the journalist who wrote the article, who was an LSU graduate, so it's hard to believe he actually wrote the article. It's probably one of those told to kind of articles. But he was comparing the two programs, and particularly Fan Day at Alabama and Fan Day at LSU. And he pointed out that the first fan in line to shake Les Miles' hand was a lawyer from Baton Rouge. The first fan in line to shake Coach Saban's hand was a Walmart employee. I honestly don't know which is sadder. Although the football loyalties of the lawyer and the Walmart greeter were clearly different, they had one thing in common. Each had succeeded in reaching the pinnacle of career success in their respective states. And finally, there was a great story in the article about a woman who had come to Fan Day at Alabama because her dying husband's last request was that his ashes be scattered on the turf at Bryant-Denny Stadium. And this writer witnessed her sort of sheepishly going out on the field and scattering her husband's ashes, and they pointed out what a beautiful thing it was. Coach Saban had her arrested, but after university police questioned her for about 30 minutes, she was released. So that's kind of an update about what's going on this week. And now on to some really important matters. Let me introduce the Managing Director of Liberty Bowl Partners, Mr. Steve Earhart, to talk about our prep players. Steve?